YTBC, what's the deal? Now, I've already gave my prediction on this video. Please go check that video out if you haven't already. So I broke it down already, but I believe it was like last week or a few days ago. I didn't do a video on it, but I read an article that Sullivan Barrera was saying that he's going to Oakland to knock Andre Ward out. And a lot of fans were in agreement with Barrera, telling him that, you can't win a decision out in Oakland, so on and so forth. A lot of fans had different opinions on the matter, okay? My thing is, when guys go in there and say I'm looking for knockouts and they're not really, knockout artists, so to speak, you kind of question, where are they mentally? Now, Barrera shouldn't go into this fight thinking he can't win a decision. I mean, I just don't think that, these judges are so biased out in Oakland towards Andre Ward. Any fight he's had out there, I believe he just dominated him. I mean, we can debate this and have different opinions, and that's fine. Just my opinion is I've always seen Ward dominate when he fights out in Oakland or just here. He's dominated. Not like he's been in close fights and, he was in Oakland, he got some type of gift decision. So I wouldn't necessarily say you need a knockout. If you go out there and outbox Andre Ward and give him the business, you should win the fight. And I know in a perfect world, that's how it goes. And I know there's corrupt judges everywhere, there's corrupt judges everywhere. But I haven't seen any judges be really corrupt for Andre Ward. So, and then it just makes me think he's going in there looking for knockouts. And sometimes you can go look for a knockout and it can be the worst thing you can possibly do. I think he needs to go in there and set up shots and try to set up his knockouts. Trying to go in there and trying to bully Andre Ward, I don't think it's going to work. Now, I do think Barrera is going to have the size and strength advantage, but like we all know, it takes more than size and strength. And it's not like he's, 5 inches taller, naturally 40 pounds bigger. It's not like that type of disparity, watching Evander Holyfield fight at heavyweight or something, or Mike Tyson. It's not that type of disparity. But there is a disparity. I do believe that Barrera is probably naturally, 15 pounds stronger or bigger than Ward. It's just, I'm guessing, but it's evident that he is a much more, stronger guy, but Ward isn't a weakling. Ward is not a weakling, man. He gets good sparring, and trust me, Ward gets in there with, cruiserweights and heavyweights. Trust me, man. I know he gets in the gym with those guys and get work in. I've seen guys that are lesser fighters and have accomplished less than Andre Ward who are on their way up, who are middleweights that sparred heavyweights. I have proof, I can tell you. You know what I mean? So I'm sure Ward spars big guys all the time. And he's going to be well equipped for this. We know in the amateurs he fought close to around the 175 range. So none of this is going to be new to Andre Ward. Barrera coming in there trying to steamroll him. I'm just curious to how he's going to try to do this, because the fights I seen with Joel Godfrey, a few of his fights that went to full decision, that went the limit, I watched those fights. Some fights he just didn't seem to throw enough punches. He elected to hold, to rest on the inside. It's like he wanted to get right in perfect position to land power shots. And Andre Ward's going to know that. Andre Ward's going to know he's trying to get him in the right position to land his shots. He's not going to be able to outbox Ward from the outside. I don't believe that's going to happen. The inside may be his best bet, but Andre Ward has shown, in my opinion, to be a very good inside fighter. Whether he uses his head or he uses his elbows or he roughs you up. A lot of guys, when they fight on the inside, a lot of great fighters in the past, even guys that aren't great fighters, just a lot of fighters, when they fight on the inside, they rough you up. It's not going to be as clean as some of you guys want it to be. Yes, you're going to get headbutted. Sometimes guys do it purposely. You're going to get elbowed, or you might get your arm twisted in a clinch. It's fighting, man. I mean, it's fighting. Yes, it is, obstructing the rules, but it's still a fucking fight. You know what I mean? So, so Barrera, I seen that he learned some things from Triple G in a video that I seen on Dante's Boxing Nation. Shout out to him. Triple G was showing Barrera some inside techniques, how to control your opponent with your head under their chin and controlling the action and putting your head in their chest. So on and so forth. But, it's not, you're learning from Triple G, but it's not going to be exactly how Triple G would do it. But, Barrera is a bigger guy than Triple G. Maybe this can work. Maybe, some of his, trying to fight Ward on the inside, maybe it will work. Maybe he will show Ward, hey, I'm the stronger guy in here. I'm going to walk you backwards. I'm going to, get you in a clinch and hurt you. I've seen some pictures of Ward getting his, packing on a few pounds, some muscle pounds. Ward, in my opinion, really isn't a fast, like a fast starter or a guy that goes out there and throws a million combinations. He has good punch variation. He places combinations well. He has quick hands, not fast, blazing fast hand speed, Roy Jones Jr., but he has quick, decent hand speed, Andre Ward, in my opinion. And I think with the added muscle moving up in weight class, his speed would be about the same, probably a little bit not as fast, because I do believe when you start adding muscles across the chest and across the shoulders, your speed hampers a little bit. But I do think Andre Ward is with his timing. His timing isn't going to be off. His timing is going to be, it should be sharp. I think he'll get enough sparring and training with big guys and small guys to get his timing sharp. And I don't know, man. I just think Barrera trying to come here and knock him out may be the wrong idea, especially coming there looking for a knockout. Maybe he gasses early trying to do this. Maybe he'll go in there and blow steam off in the first 2 rounds trying to look for a knockout. And that's another thing. He can go in there looking for a knockout, but he better be looking for those hard counter rights and power shots, man. Ward, he kind of reminds me of kind of how like Pacquiao was in a sense. Guys will go in there and make them. I remember Emmanuel Stewart saying this, and I agree with Stewart when he said this. Is guys go in there sometimes with Pacquiao, or they used to go in there with Pacquiao and think, oh, he's a small guy. And you go in there and try to fight him like he's a small guy, and he ends up landing some stiff, hard shots on you, and he backs you up. And then that, hey, I'm not really, he's small, but he hits pretty fucking hard. That's why I think Andre Ward has that in him too, to where you may go in there and think, really not much here. He isn't, bulging with muscles. He doesn't have one punch KO power. I can probably just walk Andre Ward down. And then you get in there and it's a total different ball game. Andre Ward's a guy that likes to train his legs. So he's very good around the ring, around that whole terrain, as far as moving and circling you and knowing when to engage, when to, roll and duck under punches and counter and circle around left to right, mix up the movements. I mean, he trains his legs just as well he trains his hands. So, I mean, yes, Barrera can go in there and land a Hail Mary and knock him out. Anything can happen in boxing. He's a physical guy. He's undefeated. He's going to be confident going into the fight. He has Abel Sanchez in his corner. I mean, he's going to be a confident guy going into this fight. Nothing to lose attitude. I mean, he's fighting in Ward's hometown. He has nothing to lose right now. He's the mandatory for Kovalev, so he's going in there with nothing to lose. It's Andre Ward that has something to prove, that he's, pound for pound the best, that he's going to beat Kovalev later on in the year. He has a lot to prove, man. But Ward stands up to the pressure. He went to the Olympics, won that. Super 6, he's won that. He's remained undefeated. I mean, so he has lived up to pressures, So this is just another pressure situation, another pressure moment for him. Barrera going in there saying he's looking for the knockout. It sounds good. It makes for good press clippings, but it kind of worries me sometimes when guys go in there and say, I'm just looking for knockouts. Now I can see if you were Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson, guys from that cloth who thrive and go in there looking, who come from that cloth. To me, Barrera isn't, just because you're big and athletic for the weight doesn't necessarily mean you're a knockout artist. Now, if he was a knockout artist, I'll say, okay, well, shit, that's what he does. But Barrera, I think, is a fast, hard puncher who is very, athletic for the weight class, but I don't think he's a knockout artist. And him going in there looking for a knockout, it may be his downfall. Just my opinion on it, about him saying he's going looking for a knockout against Barrera. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is what he should do? Do you think it's a stupid move? Or do you think he's trying to play mind games? He's going to do the total opposite. He's going to go in there and try to box Ward. I don't think he's going to have a good outcome if he does that. Barrera isn't your typical Cuban-style fighter as far as the defense goes. He's a guy that likes to come. He's more offensive-minded. He can be patient in fights, like I seen against Lacey. He can be patient, but to me, he's not that Cuban-style as far as the defense that I seen from Rigo, or if you really want to go back in the day to like a Roberto Balado who fought in the Olympics. Even Luis Ortiz to some extent. He's not that type of Cuban-style fighter, in my opinion. He's more offensive-minded, and tries to use his strength. But let me know what you think about this. YTBC. I'm out.